Hello, my name is Adam Aarons, Principal Consultant for Experts as a Service at Analysis Prime. Today I want to talk about how to replace a model and optimize story experience, a new release in the latest quarterly release of SAC. Today I want to talk about the ability to do this, an overview of how the function works, talk about the restrictions in this current release of this functionality, and then go into a demo of how it's done. So all stories built in optimized design experience will now have the ability to easily switch between models within the story itself. So when you think about iterating through design, doing model phase changes and things like that, instead of having to go through each and every object and rebuild it for every time there's a model change, you can now just change the new model and the objects and widgets will come along with it. So kind of the major restriction in this release is the source type and the number of structures and dimensions need to be the same between the two models. This means that, for instance, if your source data is coming from S4HANA and your new model, the old model needs to be S4HANA, that will work. But for instance, if your old model is on BW2 and you're now sourcing everything from S4 or vice versa, those two source types don't match, so the models will not be able to be swapped within the story. To get a better look at this, let's take a look at what that looks like in SAC. For this first example, we're going to take just a quick look at a kind of a simple model and a simple model that's replacing it. So in this model story, we'll come up to Tools, we'll drop down to this model indicator, and we'll come over to Replace. In SAC, we'll pop up with this warning saying that you're going to make changes and some stuff can't be undone. This pop-up can pass right through. It is not a hard warning, it's a soft warning. Okay, so we'll select our new model. So in this instance, I am going to replace my model with this daily model. I'm a bookstore, and I have several bookstores, and I want to see the daily sales. This is dialog box that appears for the replace model. There's three parts to this. This top part here is the settings that and how this dialog box is interacted with. On the left-hand side, in this section, are all the objects from the new model. And on this side is all the objects from the old model and what's being mapped to those objects from the replacement model. So you can see objects in use versus mapped objects. At the bottom, you do see that there are warnings and issues with this move, but it's pretty straightforward right now, so it's not really a hard stop. There's errors and warnings and just information are the three kinds of errors you can get down here, or warnings or indicators you can get. So warnings will let you go through, errors will not, and information is just information. But let's take a look at the top. First is the settings, so you can see all of your objects by ID, description, or ID and description. You can look at mapped objects or unmapped objects. So if we looked at everything that's mapped, we see everything that's already been mapped and how they were related to each other between the models. Or we can look at unmapped and we can see that nothing in this case has been unmapped. And this does give you the ability to sort them in whatever order. So a real quick thing to note here as well is that when we're looking at the models, we can see the structure of the models is the new model type because we have a count, we have a measure, and we have dimension. And this will look different depending on the replacement that you're doing. It might only have a count and dimension. It might have all three like it shows here. It all depends on the source of your old model and your new model. So this is a very straightforward conversion. All I've done is take all of the public dimensions and just change the model to go down to day. We have this warning on day that says it goes to a different level, and that could be a problem. Again, it's just a warning that says there might be some issues to fix. So if we go to review, there's three sections on this review screen you need to look at. So the first is a mapping issue, which we saw in the first one, is that there's 4 levels of drill down when you go to a daily model versus a monthly model, which only had 3, and there could be issues with some of the objects on the page. Okay, so we look at asset issues, which is things on the page and the issues that they're going to have, and you can see it's related to the first one in this case where objects that use date are going to go down to some levels and that might not come across. And this additional impacts are just overall things that are going to change because you're changing models, and these are just things to take into consideration. If we hit replace model at this point, we'll see SAC go to work, and it is now pointing to the new model for all of these objects are now pointing to bookstore, D for daily. And we can see that if I look at what I did in my model structure, if I expand on 22 in quarter one in January, it is now a daily model. That is not always the case that everything's going to go well. We'll take a look at another example of trying to map this. So in this instance, I want to take this original model, this monthly model, and I want to replace it. But I decided that in this instance, what I wanted to do was be able to do the retail calendar in my new model. So I wanted a 544 calendar with the retail functionality built in to SAC. So I want to change it to this one instead. And you'll see here when the dialog box opens that the date dimension did not map. And if we open up on this, you can see that we now have objects that are unsupported. And in this case, date is unsupported. And if we click on this, we find out why. So this is a hard warning. We can't go any further. There's an error. The error is that in this instance, so because we turned on the weak functionality inside the new model, but it wasn't turned on the old model, we're not allowed to make this change. So because we can't make the change, we can't continue, and we have to find a different alternative way to, move this model, which is the old way, is to do it by hand, which is not ideal, but it is what happened. So one more time here, one more thing, just to kind of look at one more instance you could run into, which is probably going to possibly be common, possibly not be common, but take a look, is we're now going to change the model to a monthly model. But what I've done here is I had a new idea, and that is my old model, I had all my stores into a dimension called locations. And in this case, if I scroll down to all of my alternative dimensions that are down here, I put them into stores. Okay, so it doesn't match, the name doesn't match. We try to drop it in there from the drag and drop functionality. We see that there's an error. And the error is that we are using a level-based hierarchy in this new dimension, and the old dimension is a parent-child hierarchy. Because the hierarchies don't match, we can't move forward with this, and we have to either create a parent-child hierarchy in the new model or recreate the locations dimension to have a level-based hierarchy so that they can be mapped together. So a few other things to note in this, in the dialog box, is that the dimension types can only be mapped to the same dimension types. So account dimensions can be mapped to account, date, measure, so on and so forth. They can only be mapped that directly to them. So the generic dimension can only be mapped to generic dimension. We saw this in the previous demonstration when things failed, but you can see on this instance, locations has supported replacement objects. We saw that date is not supported, but we do see supported objects here as well. Let's just take a quick review of what we went over. In Optimized Story Experience, we see a great ability to move to a brand new model as the underlying structure of the story itself. Be true of any story source and the entire story. So if you have multiple stories or multiple data sources within the story, you can change each of them individually, leave some alone, don't change others, things like that. So it's true of all model sources in the story. To make these changes, you got to be very sure of your data sources and overall structure. And when you're done with this, depending on how things go, depending on how the model structure is different, there could be errors in the reports, widgets, or assets on the page that need to be dealt with. It's very important to note this is an initial release of this feature, so feature enhancements are coming for this functionality.